Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivian. So in today's video, I'm making this lovely two-piece. It's a boo-boo crop top with a palazzo trouser. Please like this video and let's get started. So we'll be starting with drafting the trouser first. I've folded my material and I've drawn a line to mark as the waistline. Please, this is a navy blue. You might be seeing another shade of color when I'm not using light. It's just the light I'm using that toned this and is looking like a black. It's not a black color, it is a navy blue color. Let's get started. So first, I place my tape on this waistline. I'll be marking my hip measurement divide by 4. Mine is 40 by 4 is 10 inches. After that, I added 1 inch for sewing allowance. That will give me 11 inches in total. So after that, I'm going to place my tape like this and I'll be marking exactly that 11 inches as my crotch length, okay? And after that, I extended the line like this. And I'm also going to bring this line down just like I'm doing so. So now I'm going to be extending this to mark my crotch extension. Here I'm going to be marking my hip measurement divide by 20. Whatever it gives me, because it's a palazzo trouser, I'll be adding ½ inch to it. And after that, I'm just going to go ahead and curve it to have my crotch curve. Now I'm going to place my tape like this to mark the length of my trouser. After that, I'm going to place my tape like this to measure the total of what I have here. Okay, that's my hip measurement plus that crotch extension. Whatever I have here, I'm going to be minusing 1 inch. You can minus 1.5 inches if you want. And then I'll place my tape here and then I'll mark it all the way down. Let's say my hip measurement is 40 inches. Divide by 4 is 10 inches, right? And I added the crotch extension. The total it gives me, I'm going to minus ½ inch from there and then mark it all the way to the hemline. So after that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it, I'm going to just come in by ½ inch here and then I'll mark here about 9 inches to my hip point. Then I'm just going to curve it here like this, just slightly curve it to give it that hippie curve, but you can leave it like this if you don't want to curve it. And then I'm going to just cut it a little and then open it up from here just like I'm doing so. So after, I'm going to use this to cut out the back side. So after folding your fabric, make sure you have extra materials at the front and also on the waistline. So I'm going to just extend all this line just like I'm doing so. The crotch line and the waistline, just extend it outwards, okay? So on this waistline, I'm going to come up by 1.5 inches. You can make it 1 inch if your bum is not that big. There I'll mark 2 inches. I'll come out like this with 2 inches and I'll mark it all the way through. And on this crotch here, I'm going to mark 2.5, or you can make it 3 inches. This is a palazzo trouser, remember. It's not a fitting trouser. So I marked 3 inches there and then I'll go ahead and curve it this way. Now, after that, here, remember you're coming out by 1.5 inches, and after that, just go ahead and slant it. You can see the way I'm placing my ruler like this. Just slant it all the way back to the waist point. So here, I'm going to be marking 1.5 inches from here. Here, I mark 2 inches, remember, and here I'm marking 1.5 inches. So I will mark it all the way down to the hemline. And after that, I'm just going to go ahead and then mark it and curve it. Just take it all the way to the hemline with that 1.5 inches. Now I'm going to just follow all the lines and then cut it out. After cutting it, if you are going to be adding pocket to your trouser, just from here, come down by 1 inch and then notch that 1 inch point. That's where you'll be placing your pocket from if you're using a pocket. So now I'll start with the stitching. I'll first stitch the crotch length, and also for the back, I'll stitch and stop here with ½ inch. So after stitching it, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to iron it, and I've placed my pocket pieces. If you don't know how to place your pocket, please go through my channel. I have a detailed video on how to sew your pocket. So I'm going to take the back side away, and for the front side I added pleats. Okay, this trouser is only the back that contains waistband. The front does not have waistband, so I'm going to be putting pleats on the front side. So from that crotch side, I'm going to come out by 3 inches, the other side 3 inches. Then from that point, I'll mark 2 inches. Okay, you can see how I marked it. Now to fold that pleat, I'm going to be dividing that 2 inches as well. I'm going to be dividing it, that's 1 inch, divide it by half, okay, so that you can be able to fold the pleat. So you can see I divided this one with 1 inch, then divided, that is now 1 inch. So I'm going to pick this point here and then meet this 1 inch point, and I'll use my pin to hold it. Okay, so the same way I'll pick the other one as well. You can see what I'm doing. Pick this one as well. After picking it, then meet that point and then use my pin to hold it. I'll do exactly the same thing at this other side. So when I go over to sewing machine, I'm just going to sew like from here to ½ inch or 1 inch all the way down. Okay, and then the other side I'm going to start and sew like 1 inch. So now like this, you're going to just do the same thing here, put the same pleat, and then I'll go over to sewing machine and make a stitch afterwards. So after this, just measure it and make sure you still have at least your waist measurement divided by 2. Okay, because this front side we are not putting elastic band, we're only putting elastic band at the back. Now I'll go over to sewing machine and stitch the pleat. So after stitching it, this is what I have. You can see it. I've already made a stitch there about 1 inch from the waistline down. So after making the pleat, and I'm going to go ahead and join it. So just turn it right side facing up for the front, and then right side facing down for the back. So I'm going to arrange it. Hold this crotch area first, just open up the stitching area, just make sure you align it very well. Then I'll go over to sewing machine and stitch with ½ inch. I'll stitch ½ inch all the way down, and this side as well I'll stitch with ½ inch all the way down. So after stitching it, this is what I have. Now it's time to stitch the side. So just hold it like this, and I'm going to stitch with about ½ inch. When I get to this point, I'm going to arrange the pocket very well. Just arrange the pocket. Remember, you're not sewing straight, you're sewing through the pocket. So now sew around the pocket till you come out to this place, and then you sew all the way down to the hem line. We are going to do the same thing at the other side. So after stitching it, let's cut the upper part now before we continue with the trouser. So I have my material on fold. I'm going to place my tape like this and mark my shoulder measurement. So from that point, I'll mark how long I want my sleeve to be. So after marking it, the neck width I use is 3 inches for both the front and back. Remember, I'm cutting both the front and the back. For the back, I use 1 inch for the neck depth. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and then curve it like this. So after curving it, I'm going to slant my tape like this to mark the front neckline. For me, I use 8 inches. You can make your own come down or make it go up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and mark it. So from this point, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inches. That will serve as my shoulder slope. I'll go ahead and connect it back to the neck width. From this shoulder slope, I'll come down by how wide I want my sleeve to be. Mine, I use 8 inches. And after that, I'm just going to bring this line down and also extend this line. On this line, I'm going to mark my bust measurement divided by 4. After that, I added extra 3 inches. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. And here, I'm going to mark the length of my top. Okay, I'm just going to mark it this way and then extend the line. For the length, I think I used about 22 inches here. You can make your own longer or make it shorter. On this line, I'll be marking my hip measurement divided by 4. And then I will add extra 3 inches as well, both for ease and sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect the lines. Then from here, I'm going to come out by 1 inch and then curve it. This is to make that place free, so it won't be tight, just to have that armhole curve. And after now, I'll go ahead and cut it out following all the lines that I just marked. After cutting it, I'll be removing the back side so I'll be able to cut the front neckline, of which I'm doing so right now. So here I'm going to just place my tape like this, and then I'm marking where I want my opening to start. You know, there's something like v-neck, v opening at the down part, right? So you can just from down part come up by about 7 or 8 inches. It depends on where you want your opening to start. So from here I'm going to come out by, please make it 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Here I marked half inch, but it was small. I had to extend it, I think, with about 2 inches. Just come out by 2 inches, then you are going to slant it all the way to that point. Just make a V slanting, okay? After that, you go ahead and cut it out. Remember that the opening is just at the front side. So after opening it up, when you open it, this is how it will look like. You can see that the opening is very small, so I extended it afterwards. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the facing for both the back, the front neckline, and the down part, because I'll be using a piece of a cloth to turn that down part, just like the way you turn your neckline. So I've cut out the facing. I'm going to place it this way, right side facing right side. I'll go over to sewing machine and sew the neck area, then turn it over to the wrong side. The same thing with the front part. For the neck area, I've already cut out the facing as well. So I'm going to go over to sewing machine. When I place it this way, I'll then sew it and then turn it. And for this opening, you can see it's already wide now. I'm going to place it this way. I'll sew and then turn it over to the wrong side. So after sewing the facing, this is what I have. You can see how neat it's looking. The facing is looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and join the shoulder. Hold the two shoulders like this, right side facing right side. I'll sew the shoulder and then sew this one as well. So I'll go over to sewing machine and do that. So after sewing the shoulder, this is how it's looking like, and the cloth is already coming out very fine. You can see now it's remaining to just stitch the side. I'll go ahead and stitch the side using about 3/4 of an inch or half an inch. Okay, I'll stitch here, stitch the other side, and then hem the down part. Okay, so after stitching it, this is how it's looking like. The top is very beautiful. So I will now go ahead and sew my silver button at the center, just like 3 buttons. So guys, thank you for watching. See you next time. Help me subscribe.